Hi, it's Ashley Hales here, writer and speaker and upcoming author of the upcoming book, Finding Holy in the Suburbs, Living Faithfully in the Land of Too Much with InterVarsity Press. It's out in October. If you saw my last video, you heard a little bit about my story and about why I wanted to write the book. I wanted to tell you a little bit about who this book is for. So the first type of person that this book is for someone, let's call him Ignorant Ishmael. Ignorant Ishmael, that was the first I name I could come up with, is someone who doesn't really understand or has never really thought of how their place affects who, what, why, and how they love. So they haven't really thought about what does it mean to be a person here in the suburbs? What does it mean to be a person even in this city or the country? How does that affect who I love, who the gospel of Jesus is for? How do I live here? That person, our Ignorant Ishmael person, what they do is they just kind of acquiesce to whatever the culture says is important. So maybe if you're in a city high-rise, what's really important is being really well educated and going to all of the museums or something. But maybe if you're in the suburbs, it means you're really concerned about safety and you're concerned about your kids doing every extracurricular activity and being really successful financially. Maybe if you're in the countryside, it's something different, or in a small town. But our Ignorant Ishmaels haven't really interrogated what their place says you should love. And so they're just kind of awash in whatever their culture says to do. And this can take lots of forms. And I think Finding Holy in the Suburbs is going to help people reckon with their place. And no matter if you live in the suburbs or not, our Ignorant Ishmaels need to read Finding Holy in the Suburbs. The second person is, let's call her Angsty Ashley. You know, A names, mine, it works. And Angsty Ashleys, they feel dissatisfied in their place and they don't know how they can maybe fit in a place that doesn't seem like it's a good fit for them. And so Finding Holy in the Suburbs is for Angsty Ashleys to give them hope and a vision and a gentle, practical guide to help them live faithfully right where they're placed. So it's for our Ignorant Ishmaels, it's for our Angsty Ashleys, and you know what else? It's also for our Paul the Pastor, okay? And our Paul the Pastor I think this book is going to be really fabulous for those of you who are in any sort of nonprofit work, pastoral work, counseling work, academic work. Here's the deal. When I grew up, I thought you had to do big things for God, right? And I think as we grow, we kind of lose that sense of needing to change the world. And yet it's something that we still espouse for our children and our friends and our communities. And it's not that we don't want to do big things or that we don't want to change the world, but I'm convinced that changing the world is something that always starts small. So if you're in any kind of helping profession, Finding Holy in the Suburbs is going to give you and your readers and the people of lives that you're invested in really practical, beautiful, hopeful tips to actually change the world. And it's not how we think. So I'm super excited. That's a little bit about what the book's for. Stay tuned. There's going to be another video coming to tell you how you can get involved.